Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
First down, Allen. This is caught by Williams. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Allen now on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Let's go now.
They'll run on first down. Swift up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Pull it high. Hey, Delta.
Fellas, back door. Keep playing on, fellas. At their 49-yard line.
Look at me. Go. Under 10. Look at me. Zipper. Big grip.
To throw on second down. Hart going right side here, and that's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Go there. 50. Plant.
Right there. 56.
Go. Shoot.
On first down, Swift. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
8-3.
Come on out here. Come get some.
X3. 2-8. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the ball, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. From the gun on third down. Hart. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Buccaneers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. Gets past one man. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 15. Check 15.
To the air, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It's complete to Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Allen. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Ready? Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Five.
From the gun on third down. Hart. He's got his man. That's Wallace. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack on first down, Allen, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Back to throw. Hart. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, Swift. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Allen. That is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Allen going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it to Williams. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Allen again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Bucks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucks may have moved. The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10.
Single.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Oh, I think the Bucks got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Looking downfield for and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Hart. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's go. 50, play.
Check 42's the mark.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Hart. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wallace. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
90, Wolf.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Joker.
Topper. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Go.
42.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
It's run, baby.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
3rd and 3.
Let it.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Blue draw, Corker. Lee Griffin.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Hart. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Watch the
Hey, Orbit.
On 1st down, Hart. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
At the 13-yard line.
Come on, set. 15 line. 61, matchbox lights.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Buccaneers 7. Set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bucks on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 15. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, on fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On 2nd down now, Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 on a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Throwing is Allen on third. And he will find his man on the outside. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
43, Buccaneers 14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
He's crossing. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Hart, he's going to go up top. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. Still an important piece of business to take care of. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Done.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Look at me, zipper! Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.